you for coming back on today with Healing Hearts. This is episode 3. I'm really excited to bring on Daynie. She is my really close friend who I've been knowing for many, many years since broadcasting days. And we got a chance to really get to know each other there. And we actually said that we want to start a podcast together. So I'm really excited that she's actually on here with me.
I know.
So this is going to be fun. We're really going to enjoy each other's company and kind of talk about our life together and then how she built herself to who she is today. So, hello, Daynie.
Hi. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, of course. So let's just kind of jump into it. We've known each other for many, many years. What kind of got you into broadcasting too? Like when we met, like what kind of started that?
I think it stems from my dad because my dad works in broadcasting. Well, he did before. And then my mom met my stepdad, and then he was also in broadcasting. So I was around it a lot. And obviously I was interested in it. And I just love the lights and, I love meeting people. And it got me out of my shell because I was really shy too when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So that really helped me. And I just loved everything about it. At first I liked like the background of it. And then I got into more like the spotlight in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And I just love it.
And you shine so beautifully, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just love it. I love that I get to create and that just keeps me going. And that's what got me interested in it.
That's so nice. Thank you. And so tell us, you kind of were shy when you're younger. So what was your childhood like? Like, where did you come from? How did you grow up here? And like kind of everything from A to Z. I know I was kind of asking in the questionnaire, but kind of, if you can talk more about it and, where were you born and, what was your lifestyle like growing up?
Okay, well, a lot of people don't know, but I wasn't born in the U.S. I was born in Nicaragua, in the capital, which is Managua. I don't know if you've heard of it, but and I came here when I was 5 years old with my mom. She actually had to leave me back in Nicaragua with my grandma for all those years, so she can come here and work 3 jobs to get enough money not to just bring me and my grandma back or here, but also her family, like her brothers and a couple more people. So that's how I started. Yeah, I had to come here, learn a new language, a new culture. So it was a culture shock. Yeah, I was still little, but I was already kind of self-aware.
What age did you come here?
5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was young.
So when I got here, I think I turned 6.
Okay.
So I had already started school back in Nicaragua. So I knew Spanish, and Spanish was my first language. So I came here and then they put me in school. Right. And I was just like, what? I had to learn English.
Yeah.
Luckily I was young enough and I was able to pick it up pretty fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where that started.
Oh, wow. And then I know you kind of mentioned that, how was the childhood life with that transition? I know it's a shocker for a kid to move from home to a completely new area. So what was that transition like?
I remember it vividly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like crazy.
Because it was so traumatic that, it sticks to you. So I remember getting on the plane, and back then, I don't know if it was back then or what, but for some reason it was one of those planes where you walk up to the actual plane and you go up the stairs.
Yeah.
So I remember that going with my grandma, and I remember hanging onto her knee, her legs, and I was like, no, I don't want to. And I remember them strapping me into the seat, and I was just crying and throwing a fit because I was scared.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. So I remember that vividly. But yeah, it was a little hard, honestly, because I was different. One, I didn't speak the language quite well yet. I was thrown into school. And then there was bullying because I don't remember where we lived, but I think it was Diamond Bar, actually.
Really?
Yeah, near around there. So there was, during the time, there was a lot of white people.
Oh, yeah, that area.
Yeah, and so I stood out like a sore thumb. I was just completely different from all the kids.
You went to Diamond Bar? Did you go to Diamond Bar?
It was a school there, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I think it was around there. And a lot of the kids were bullying me because, one, I didn't have nice clothes. We were poor at the time. So I remember wearing sweatsuits and just random. My mom had 3 jobs too. So she wasn't around. So she was just kind of here's your clothes. Here's what you need. This is how you get to school. And I just had to
at that age.
Yeah. So I just had to figure it out. She's I had to learn how to get use an alarm. and just like, just grow up really, really fast.
That
'cause
was
I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember the bullying part, just making fun of me because I had an accent. My clothes was weird. Like, I was a lonely kid and shy, so that made me even more shy. And
Did you have any like friend that kind of saw you and like kind of, do you still talk to them today, by the way? But like, do you had any friends that kind of like were like, no, we're here for you, don't worry, everything will be okay?
no, not at that time.
No?
No, I had one. I made one friend.
Yeah.
And I remember his name was Christian.
Okay.
And he was so sweet. He was like my only friend during that time. That I can remember. Everybody else was so mean.
Oh.
Yeah, especially the girls, which was really sad.
Yeah.
And then like little by little, I started getting out of my shell, and I think I moved schools, and that was better for me.
Okay.
Because we ended up moving. We moved so much.
Yeah.
I think we moved like, I don't even know, like 8 times in my life, or like 10.
Yeah. Do you think your mom was doing it in an aspect to be like, okay, my daughter is feeling something, I want to move her to a different school? Or was it,
No.
was it just in general her jobs? And
Yeah,
like,
it was just wherever her job was, wherever we needed to go.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So.
Did your mom ever tell you about her struggles and her also trying to bring you here? Was there a reason why she wanted to bring you here? Or like
Yeah, because during that time there was war going on in Nicaragua. So my mom was fleeing the war. And she was just she just wanted a safer place for us at the moment, and I commend her because that's a really hard decision to make.
Especially with having you and like having to leave you back.
Yeah, exactly. So to this day, I'm like, wow, mom, like you really did that.
Yeah.
You really put yourself out there. She crossed like 5 borders with my uncle.
Gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
By foot. Okay. Land, water, you name it.
She's strong. Okay, so I can get where you can get your warrior aspect from.
Yeah. Nowhere near close to my mom. My mom is incredible. But
Yeah.
if it wasn't for her sacrifices, I wouldn't be here today.
Wow. So she was coming, so whatever was happening there wasn't safe for you. So that's why she would just want to bring everyone here. So did your grandma come here as well?
Yeah.
So
I came with my grandma.
Okay. Nice.
So she worked all those years and she left me, sacrificed that time away from me, but she was able to raise the money to get us visas to come here. And I'm so grateful for that.
Did you ever meet your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad lives in Nicaragua.
Oh, okay.
We don't have the best relationship.
Okay.
But he's there. He's involved.
Yeah.
At a certain level.
At a certain level. Okay.
Yeah.
So they just kind of like went their own ways. He wanted to stay in Nicaragua.
He wanted to stay there.
Oh,
and my mom was like, no, absolutely not. She was like, if you want to follow me, follow me. If not, I'm doing this for my daughter. And
Yeah. And how do you feel about the things that are going on right now? Like a lot of people came here to build their life and to kind of support themselves, and you firsthand had the experience. Yeah. How do you feel about the people what's happening to them now in everything that's going on?
Well, it really hits home for me, because I was an immigrant and I got the opportunity to come here. And my mom asked for amnesty because she was scared of where she was in her country. And I can't even imagine. And I can relate to a lot of people who want to come here. Imagine the government at that time would have said no to my mom. You would have rejected us. And, who knows what would have happened to us.
We would have never met.
We would have never met. We wouldn't be here today filming this beautiful video.
Yeah.
So, it really, really breaks my heart, because, sorry, I get emotional.
No, sorry.
But,
it's okay.
Not everybody is a criminal. Not everybody comes here, for, to be a criminal and to, the things that I hear that are so negative. It's like, look at me.
Exactly.
I literally came here from another country and I, made something of myself. And, it really hurts me to hear all the negativity.
Yeah, it's not right. I don't believe in it either. And I feel like what's going on in the States is just not, like, it's not right, because people are trying to build their lives here. They're trying to do right for their children, for their family, for themselves. And they're just, that they don't get the opportunity, Exactly. And I hope they can come back in the future, but still it's, it's like time lost. It's like all these years I've been here and you're telling me to go back. That doesn't make any sense. This has been my home all these years.
Exactly.
So, and thankfully you got a chance to build yourself, but it hurts. Like, it definitely hurts hard, because what if at that point you were coming in around this time, how it would be.
Exactly. So a lot of people are like, well, do it the right way. Sometimes you don't. My mom didn't do it the right way. She did it the illegal way. She did. And I say that proudly.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that she did, because if not, I wouldn't be here today.
Exactly.
So I'm like, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do for your family. And I respect that.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you come here, you work hard, and you know, you're not a criminal. I know there are some that are, unfortunately, but that's everywhere, right?
Exactly. Even
You know?
even if you're citizens, they are, right? It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like, and you wouldn't have beautiful people like this here. I'm just saying, like, we need them.
And it always comes from a place of privilege, unfortunately. You know, some people have never struggled and never had to go through things like that, run from war, you know, like deal with bombs or deal with a government that you don't agree with, and you don't have enough food for your family, like all those things. I'm self-aware. So anything that I have now is like, it's just, I'm so grateful for, because
Definitely a blessing.
Because I know what it is not to have that. And then now I know what it is to have it. So I'm even more grateful.
Yeah.
As sad as and difficult as all those things were, you know, it made me who I am today. And, you know, I'm so grateful.
So who are you today? You know, it's amazing to see. She's amazing, by the way. Okay.
Well, I'm just here to spread joy and happiness.
Yeah.
Like, I want people, when people meet me or talk to me, I want them to feel comfortable and happy and just spread love and joy, because I feel like we need more of that.
Yeah,
right?
it's definitely important. And I think that's one of the reasons why I have this show, because I want to spread the love and joy as well. So tell me more about...
She's amazing too because of that.
But no, I bring magic people like you, so that's why. Like, yeah, but in general, like, tell me about like your high school days. Was it similar to like your elementary school? Like, how did you kind of grow out of it? And how'd you, you know, build that warrior aspect and be like, hey, I'm confident, I'm this person? Because a lot of people, they hurt themselves, you know, they really do. And they go to high school. Like, even for me, I was bullied as a kid. Nobody wanted to date me. I was just in this category where I was like, okay, I'm this girl here and she's just there, but she's no one special to me, you know? And I felt
I can relate to that too.
Yeah, like, so for me, how did you go upon that? Because I didn't build my confidence until much later, in probably recent years. So I'm like,
me too, girl. You're not alone. I feel like we're just always growing and evolving. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
No, well, I would have to say it started with my mom, because she noticed that I was really shy and just like introverted, like to the most introverted person you've ever met. And I still am. You know, I am like, I still am. It takes me a little while to kind of get out of my shell, but yeah, she was like, no, like, we can't have this. So what she did was put me into like acting classes and like modeling classes, not to like become someone famous, but just to, you know, help me get out there and get a little bit more confidence. And I feel like that really, really made a difference. Like, you know, I started meeting new people, different kinds of people, different cultures. And I was like, okay, so maybe, you know, all these people are different like me. Yeah. So I finally found like something to relate to and to see myself in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that really helped. I was like, good job, Mom.
You knew what you were doing.
You knew what you were doing, you know? So that really, really helped me. And then it got me into like, just like practicing and doing commercials and just putting myself out there, you know, in like uncomfortable positions. And I feel like that really helped me just open my eyes and be like, oh, okay, so the world is not as scary, you know, if you open up a little bit. And I feel like that definitely helped me.
Yeah. And that's how we're friends too. So
that's how we're friends too, yeah. And then, yeah, I would say I had a pretty good, I think maybe like junior high or maybe like fifth grade. I think in fifth grade, I can remember back pretty vividly. That's where I met one of my best friends. And she's my friend till this day.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. So I feel like that's when I started like, oh, okay, like I can make friends, you know? So I started to meet my best friends, and through junior high, I had the same friends, and then high school. And high school was fun. I loved high school.
Yeah.
I was on the swim team, and then I got into cheerleading, and then I was like song captain.
Wow.
And yeah, it was really, really fun.
That's good. That's good. So you got to make the most out of it when you went there.
Yeah. Once like I started growing up and getting a little bit of confidence, and everything was just like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
You know, there was those moments where you're a kid and you're like trying to figure yourself out, and you're, you know, shy and stuff like that. But overall, it was a good experience.
Yeah. And what kind of broke you, like, to be like, I'm not going to be like that anymore, it was the pageant that kind of helped you? Or was it like when you were modeling, that was like, what point did your mind kind of like change and say, hey, don't be shy anymore, like just break free from this? At what point did you feel that?
I would say, yeah, I think I would say maybe the modeling, just because I met so many different people, which was so fun, from different cultures, different backgrounds,
There was
everything.
no judgment there.
Yeah, there was no judgment. Everybody was different, and everyone was
really
celebrated for their differences. And I feel like that's important.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of the time I felt like completely different and just like I didn't never fit in, right? And then it's like I see all these different people and I'm like, oh wow, so I am different, and that's okay. And that's better, actually.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's nice. So, that's good. So you're like accepting about everyone and wherever they came from, which is great. Yeah. Which is really good.
And I love to learn new cultures and new food. And it's like, it's boring to be the same.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
So it's super nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that definitely
helped. That's good. And then you won. So how did that feel? You became Miss Nicaragua. So how did that go?
So I did a couple of pageants, and that was really fun. And it was really special to me to represent my country, because at the time, a lot of people didn't know, and I still don't know about Nicaragua, which is in Central America. It's right next door to Honduras, which is a little more popular, Costa Rica, El Salvador. So it's around that area. But a lot of people don't know about it because it's like a little sleepy town. But it's such a great island. And I was just so happy that I get to represent my country and teach people about my culture, and just people learning about it. It was just it was really important to me. And more than anything, more than like winning, more than like all the beauty and the dresses and makeup and stuff, other than that, that was the most important part for me. And it was so fun.
And I think that's the secret. Like, you make beauty look easy, and it is. Like, you don't have to try too much. You're just naturally beautiful, and you're naturally beautiful inside and out. And I think that's the most authentic thing to have, we don't have to.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
No, but seriously, I think, because most of us, we have filters, we have, people get a lot of things done, and no offense to people who do that, by the way.
But whatever makes you happy.
But you can literally naturally be beautiful inside out. So only her. Okay. But that's why I feel like it's really good to be authentic and you're real about it, and that's good, And I feel like that's also what kind of gets us further, because we're honest about ourselves.
Exactly. Always be honest.
Always be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's important. So good. Did you ever have to go to like therapy or anything like that? Like any point in your life that you felt that you needed a second being or somebody like a third party to kind of help you, or were you able to just conquer everything on your own?
Pretty much on my own. I did have therapy a couple years.
Okay.
Just to kind of help me see things a little bit differently, just to kind of heal and like talk about those traumas and find like solutions. Or sometimes I felt like I was being held back from things from the past, and I felt like just talking about it with like another person, like a non-biased person, I feel like that really helps. And I'm a really good advocate for that.
Yeah. And what did you learn from that? So like, what did you ask them questions, or did they kind of ask you how you felt, or like exactly?
I think the most important part that I got about it was just to be okay that those things happened to me.
Okay.
And just not feeling like it's holding me back, but rather, use it as fuel to be better. Right? It's like those things don't make you bad. Those things don't make you vulnerable. And if you are vulnerable, it's okay. It's like those things are okay.
Yeah.
And just understanding that and seeing that in that different point of view, I feel like really helped me. And I feel like that's important, because a lot of the times, we just get ourselves down, like, I could have been more confident, or I could have been further if it wasn't because I thought, I was this or I was that. And it's like, no, it's just to be happy for where you are today.
See, that's beautiful. Yeah, because I feel like people don't live in the moment of who they are, and that's the most important thing. And everybody heals differently, and I feel like everyone grows differently. It just depends on how you want to go about it, and your experiences and like your therapy kind of like helped you build to where you're at today. So thank you.
Absolutely.
And then just a little bit more. I know you kind of talked about like the bullying that was in school, and you did kind of mention that some teachers were doing it too, right?
Oh,
like,
yes.
What happened there? Like, I mean, usually I feel like teachers, when they go in, they like, they really like want to help the children and stuff, but why would they bully kids? Like, I don't understand that.
I don't know. Maybe their own like internal issues.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Yeah.
maybe that person had their own problems and took them out on their students. I don't know,
That
but
could be
I don't know.
possible.
I remember because like I didn't know English at the time, so it was really hard for me to read, and they would make me read like when they make you read in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And I had a really hard time, and he would just get frustrated. Like he had no patience.
Oh,
He was
wow.
just like, maybe he never had a foreign student before, or I don't know. But yeah, I remember, and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, he's giving me a hard time. She went to talk to him, and he literally said that I was never going to amount to anything because I was just, I just couldn't get anything.
Because you're from somewhere else? Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
And my mom was so furious. Like,
Yeah.
I think maybe that's when we moved.
Oh, okay,
Like,
yeah.
After that, like school, I don't even think I finished
Completed
the
that
school year.
school?
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
now that I remember, now that I think of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even an adult treating a child like that.
No,
those things
it's
are traumatic, and I still remember it to this day.
I know.
That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
remember specifically. I went into a class and like I was born and raised here, right? So I know English since I came out of the womb, right? But they saw me and they saw my color and they saw who I was and they're like, "Oh, like this girl belongs in English second language." And I walked into the class and I remember that moment too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand what any of these people are saying. Like, like whoever they are, like it's fine where they're from, but I don't understand, right? Because I speak English.
Yeah.
And then my mom actually had to go in and tell them, why is she in his class? Like,
That's funny that you say that because that happened to me too.
yeah, see?
Obviously, I spoke Spanish, but
Yeah.
my mom didn't even know they put me in ESL.
Yeah, they don't even ask. They just put you in
they
there. and
just
it's
put
like,
you, and then like she had to go through all these loops
Yeah.
to get me out of it because she's like, how is she going to learn English if she's over there?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I totally feel you. On that.
Yeah, so I was just like, I don't understand. Like, but I hope they don't do that nowadays. And I also know that there's more like programs today also for bullying, which is great. And I feel like
There's so many more resources now, like the things that we went through. Hopefully
oh my
the kids are not
gosh,
going through
it's
now.
well developed. Good job, guys. Like,
We're progressing.
we're
here, getting a
progressing.
little
Let's
bit
not
better.
go backwards. Let's just remember that, though.
I mean, there's a lot of work to do still, but
Yeah.
so much better. for
Yeah,
sure.
that's good. So tell me more, like, where people are kind of like struggling till today. So I have, we have many people that are kind of in the mindset that they can't break free from their patterns. They can't break free from the wrongdoing that they're doing, and they want to continue doing it, and they sit in that. Do you have any advice for those people on how to like push forward or how to like build that confidence? Because I know you had a different experience, but some others just kind of want to sit there and they'd rather like just sit there,
Yeah.
So what advice would you give those type of people?
I would say, first of all, just kind of see who you surround yourself with, most importantly, because it's very important. The people you surround yourself with will either hold you back or help you go forward. And I feel like the people that love you are going to tell you the truth and tell you, because they love you. Sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes we don't like to hear the hard stuff because it hurts. Like nobody likes to be uncomfortable. But I feel like those uncomfortable moments and those people that are real with you are the ones that are going to help you grow.
That's beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
And secondly, is just be open-minded. I feel like sometimes we think like we know everything, right? And it's like we don't. How about maybe you give that person a chance to give you a different perspective and you open your mind and say, oh, I never thought about it that way, but maybe let me try that. And that might change you.
That's true. It's
Right?
like breaking free from your comfort zone, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you did modeling, so that was different for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like, first, just make sure the people around you are authentic and real and really love you. And sometimes those hard people, hard conversations, those are the people that really love you and will help you grow.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So reevaluate your circle, even your family. There's some family that had to, cut off because I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. You're really bad for my mental health and you're not helping me move forward. So I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, we have to cut it off.
cut it off, have boundaries, right?
Yeah.
And also friendships. Friendships are huge,
Yeah.
right? Because some people only like you if you're either at their level or under. But if you're growing, some people can't handle that growth. and what it looks like, right? And then they get offended, and then they don't want to be your friend anymore.
Yeah.
Or they don't want to be your family member anymore because they're like
jealous or upset.
Yeah,
you know,
jealous,
it's like
upset, and I'm like, then those aren't your people, then, right? Because the people that really love and care about you are gonna want you to grow and be better, right? Better than me. Be better than me.
she's amazing. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
So I feel like those two things, just staying open-minded and just making sure that the people you surround yourself with are really going to help you grow and be a better person.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I feel like everyone kind of needs to hear it. You know, it hurts. It definitely hurts where we're set into our own patterns, you know?
Yeah.
But the best thing to do is like break free from it. Find a solution to break free from it, because you don't want to sit there forever, you know? And it's not fun. And then you want to be able to grow. You want to build yourself. You want, you know, if you keep continuing to compare to other people or do other things, you're just going to sit in that problem and you're playing the victim, and it's not fair, you know? And that's when you detach from people, and it's not fair to them too, because they don't want to. Like, people are your friends, people are your family. They don't want to detach from that. So yeah, but like you said, sometimes to grow, to build ourselves on our own too, we have to do that as well, you know, where we have to detach from those people that are really not going to change their patterns.
Yeah, and not just people, but like circumstances too. Like if it's a job that's draining you, if it's a job that you hate, let's find another job. You know, let's look for jobs while we're working and making money, right? Find a different job, find a different partner, a different friend, a different, you know, there's solutions to everything.
Exactly.
Right? You just have to talk to the right people and you know, have a plan, kind of thing. And you can figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, at some point you cannot blame your sadness or your lack of success on other people.
Yep.
You have to take responsibility.
Thank you.
You have to take accountability for yourself, because it's all on you. Like, you can't find happiness in other people. You can, maybe temporarily, but how about if that person's gone? Or how about if, you know, your situation changes?
Yep.
Like, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want to be left in a corner and don't have anyone, right?
Exactly.
And you need that support team. You need that support team forever. So don't push them away either, you know?
Yeah.
Because those are the people that are going to knock on your door and tell you, grow up, or do this. You need to get better, you know? And those are those are the people that want to see you shine, if anything. So yeah, just like you shine and I shine together. Like,
yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that's beautiful.
Good people attract good people too.
Yeah. But anything else that you want to kind of like share with us, you know, like anything about the healing process, you know, if whatever the case is, just anything that you've been wanting to share, like I've been wanting to tell people this, like, you know?
Yeah.
So anything that you wanted to share.
Just want to say, like, life is hard, but just remember that it's okay to reach out. And that's something that I had to learn, because I think just being raised by, my mom was in the military, by the way.
Wow.
She was in the army in Nicaragua. So she was very strict. Okay. Too strict in my opinion.
But better for my kids.
Yeah, but maybe I needed that. Who knows, right? But yeah, very, very strict. And so I'm used to not asking for help. I have a problem asking for help, and I have a problem admitting that I need help. Right?
Yeah.
So that's something I learned. So especially now that I'm a mom, I became a mom like a little over a year ago, and I'm gonna be a mom again. I definitely had to kind of shed that and realize I have help. But you know, and I need to ask for it too. And it's okay to ask for it. It's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. You know, you don't have to do everything. And I'm talking to myself, okay? When I say this, because like, you don't have to do everything by yourself. It's actually better for you to, you know, like ask for help, because that like frees up more time for you to grow, right? So that's definitely especially having a girl too. I'm like, oh, God gave me a girl for a reason.
And another one on the way.
Yeah. So I feel like through that, it's just something that I had to learn and I'm still working on. But you know, if one day I want to start my own business. So it's like, you have to learn how to delegate. You have to learn how to, you can't wear all the hats.
Right.
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 And I feel like I've always been like that. Like, I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. And yes, you can do it, but at a certain point, you're going to burn yourself out.
Yeah.
And it's okay to let go and to be a little bit vulnerable. So ask for help, and vulnerability is okay.
So who's your biggest support right now that's helping you?
Yeah, my husband. Yes. Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to my husband, because he really, really is the MVP for sure. Definitely find a partner that helps you grow too. That's huge, very important, and I'm so grateful for him.
What are the qualities that you saw at the beginning that you're like, this is my guy?
The number one thing is that he was always a family guy. His family was always first.
Nice.
And that I loved, because I was like, he's like, if we're gonna like plan a date or whatever, he says, oh no, I have to help my parents out with this. Can we like reschedule? Or I have, I already have something planned with my parents, or with my sisters. And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Go with your family. Yeah. So to me, that was like number one. That was like a green flag. Yeah. I'm like, okay, family man, then I know that, we can build a future together, and I know he's going to be great.
That's great. Yeah, I just saw him today. He's doing amazing things while we're in this interview. Otherwise, her kid would be in the video too, like she is. Well, yeah.
So yes, I would say that's number one.
That's great. That's great. Thank you. Well, that's pretty much it for today. Do you have anything else at the end that you want to add, or it's pretty much it?
No, I just want to say thank you for creating this safe space for, many people to share their stories. I think I love hearing people's stories, because it helps me resonate with them and relate, and just, not to feel so alone sometimes, right? Because a lot of people go through things that you're like, oh, their life is so perfect and this and that, but everybody goes through stuff, through things. It's just some people are more open about it and some people aren't. So thank you for creating this space and for having me and letting me chat.
Yeah, thank you. And I appreciate you doing this for me. This is all about you, by the way, because I'm like, but no, this is a safe space. And that's what I want everyone to know, is that this is a place to come, open up, tell us about your life stories, so we can also help other people grow. Just like she's grown, and she has more growing to do. We all do, but but she's doing amazing things, and I appreciate you too. So thank you.
I appreciate you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know you're going to do great things, like always. Yes. You're always growing and evolving, and I'm so proud of you, and happy that this little space that you're creating is going to help a lot of people, and I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you. Thank you.